open my lab because it's too hot in there. Got it. Sit up. Let me put that down like that so I can actually see you all. That's good. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Christina. Hey, Mark. Hey, Sherry. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Let me put that on the live chat so that I can see you guys. Let me just flip it to the live chat. Let me just get that here. There we go. I do have someone joining me in the next few minutes. I have sent a link out to somebody and yeah, they are going to be joining me. So let me just move you. Hold on, let me. Okay. There we go. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, so I'm going to be having someone join me as a co-host because the last few times I've gone live, I've struggled to do it on my own, and I don't want to have hassle like I did yesterday. So, hey Eric, how's it going? Good to see you. Hey Lord Jim Dandy, how are you? Hey Token Pirate, how you doing? Hey Lindsay, how you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, I'm going to be having someone join me as a co-host. He does have the link in his Discord private message, so he will be joining me when he's able to. Good to see you, Token Pirate. Here he is, the man of the hour is coming to help me out. Hey Paul, how's it going?
Hey, you all right? Are we live?
Yes, we are, yep.
Oh, I didn't realise you had gone live yet. Apologies.
No worries, I just pushed the button like literally a couple of minutes ago. I thought I might as well start my introductions and then kind of just roll with it, kind of. So I was sitting here kind of a bit bored and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go live, start it, and then I was just introducing you and you hopped in, so.
Hello everyone, I don't know how many's in. I've never done it this way.
We've got, there's Eric Shadow Ops, there's Tasha, there's Token Pirate Dr. Smith, Space Cat, and a couple of other people, I think. So there's a few of us in. I did warn people I was going live, so I have sent the notification out to let people know. So hopefully we'll get some people in. I did go in a couple of live streams earlier and announce I was going live, so hopefully we'll get some people in.
Is there a way of me seeing the chat while we're on Zoom? Can I do that?
I have no idea.
I do it on my iPad, but I don't want it to wreck the internet.
I have no idea.
It's all right. It's fine, Gemma. What I'll do is I'll just I'll change which internet I'm running my iPad on.
Hey, everything spicy, Phil. Good to see you. Hey, Mark. How's it going? Good to see you. Hey, Dr. Smith. Good to see you. Much love, Token, if you're taking off. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. I appreciate it. I've not seen you around the platform for quite a while. But take care if you're going off. Hey, Marsha, Mayhem and Miracles. Good to see you. I hope you're well. Hey, Annie. Good to see you. Babes in Toyland. How you doing? We've got getting a few people in now who are obviously just getting the notification that I've gone live. So there's a few of us that are popping in. There is something that me and Paul need to address, something that I was going to address earlier in a video, but I decided not to do the video, so I thought I would address it live. Yesterday, I would apologise. There was a situation that came up in my chat that has made people feel uncomfortable. Obviously, you guys know I don't like making people feel uncomfortable or potentially upsetting anybody. Yesterday was unacceptable. It will not be happening again. If something like that happened, I will ban the people involved or anyone that tries to start up trouble. I'm not going to have people feeling uncomfortable or frustrated in my stream. And for my behalf, it's not going to happen again. And I don't like people trying to do that. So yeah, please, I'm just going to warn you, please be respectful. If you don't, I will ban you. Simple as that.
Yeah, and I just think we've had a conversation, Gemma, haven't we?
Yeah.
And I've said this already to you through a text chat, and I'm sure that most of your subscribers will agree that you've got no reason to apologise for your stream last night, and I know you feel like you have. I was in that stream last night, which is why I messaged you today for us to have a conversation.
Yeah.
You've got no need to feel like you did. And you said to me that afterwards you felt pretty crap. I won't go into too much of what we've discussed, but me personally, I don't think you need to apologize. I don't think you need to do a live necessarily to address it. I think you just need to concentrate on you. And if there is people that are going to come in the chat and be negative, just
absolutely. But I just thought, I felt like I needed to address it. And today's all about celebrating. It's not just about me, celebrating my milestone, but it's about the whole family situation. It's about you guys who are with me, supporting me. And with Paul and Mel, the Fitness Hutch, Paul, who is obviously my co-host, my family on here, as well as you guys in the chat. We need to push up the Fitness Hutch's channel. So if one of my moderators in the chat could drop the Fitness Hutch channel into my live chat, and I can pin the link to the top of the stream, then we can get their channel promoted in the chat. So if someone could drop their link in the chat, I would appreciate it, because I can't do it from my end.
Oh, bless you, Gemma. I appreciate that. And I think that we are working really hard, and we've got some amazing subscribers. And this family is this community. Yeah. I know you call it a family, I call it a community. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Absolutely.
It's all about trying to help each other, but not just about growing. Like, everybody wants to grow, and you've grown so much in this last couple of months. It's been incredible.
It's been crazy. I still can't get my head around it. It's like, when I hit the 4,900, I thought that was massive. And then when I hit the 5K, I was like, whoa, I've had to adjust to even more things. And now I've gone from 5K to 5,200 in a space of 6 weeks. Yeah. So it's kind of been a bit, whoa.
What you're putting out there is really good. And I shared the stream on my personal social media accounts today, or just... I didn't share the stream because I couldn't find it. I've shared your channel and said I'm going to be live with you. And I think that when you look at channels on YouTube, like we do health and fitness, and like Trevor does like new stuff, and what you do captivates so many of them people. People who are into health and fitness might suffer from autism. People who are into current affairs might have a child that's got autism. So you kind of bring a whole load of people together, and you bring in a lot of awareness. And I've learned a lot from you, and I work in that industry, and I've still learned a lot. So
yeah, exactly. I learned a lot from you, because like I've learned a lot about how to take better care of myself, and especially with me, sleep's a big problem. So when you talked about sleep a few weeks ago, and you were saying about getting into the routine of getting to bed earlier and sleeping longer and not doing so much that keeps me going in the evening, and I'll probably say the last 4 months, nearly every night, I've been in bed by about 11, half 11 latest at night, and I've got up at like 7:30 in the morning. I'm doing my chores, cracking on with my day. Then at night time I go, okay, I can relax now, because I've done the important stuff during the day. And at night time it's time for my family on here, so it's helped me no end. Like the advice that you were giving and telling people, it resonated with me. I'm like, whoa, I've not slept because I've been pushing myself so much and being out there for people and put my body on the line. Whereas now by 11:30 at night, I'm like, okay, I'm sleepy, I'm going to go to bed, and then I get up in the morning, I'm like, bang, 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 getting stuff done that I've put off. So it is helpful when your body is saying to you, enough, you need to take care of yourself. And now I have, so it works both ways for me and for you as well. So that's good.
I think it does all of us. And I'm just looking in the chat. I think it was Mark just said, is it Mark Conker? I think that's how you pronounce his surname.
Hey, Marine's mum.
said that we're all learning every day, and it's exactly right. And I talk about being the guru of health and fitness, and Mel obviously does the mental health stuff, but I was watching some stuff on YouTube 2 days ago, and I learned some stuff about hydration. I mean, anyone who watches any of our live fitness will know I talk about hydration all the time and the importance of it. And then I learned some new stuff about hydration from another fitness guy a couple of days ago. So we can always learn and develop. And even if it's our niche, there's still that room to grow. And I think we all can.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the thing. We're all a family, like you say, a community. Like I've pinned your channel link to the top of the chat. So guys, if you do want to go over to the Fitness Hutch's channel and subscribe for me, leave some genuine comments for them and share their channel out and their streams, their videos out. I have pinned it to the top, so it's easy for you guys to find. So all you've got to do is just click the link that's pinned, which Tasha just put in the chat. So just pin Tasha's message. So you can go ahead and click that link. That's at the top for everybody. So
Mark says thanks for the mention, and like I think it's always good to interact with people in the chat, and it can be hard. I find it difficult when we're live. I miss stuff all the time, and I go back and watch it. I think, especially when we tend to get regulars in. We don't get many new people in. We get a lot of regulars.
Yeah,
I've got to try and talk to my regulars because that's how we keep people going. But you've got to understand that when you start getting 25, 30, 40 people into a stream, it can be hard to keep up, Gemma, can't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Gosh, like sometimes I'm trying to read the chat now, and I'm like, I can see these names coming up. I'm like, I'm trying to focus on you. So I'm like, okay, I can see my chat. I can see it going up in the screen. I'm like, at the same time, I'm trying to see the names and wave and say hi. And then at the same time, I'm trying to talk. So you have to try and balance it. It's really hard because my brain's gone boom, 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 boom. I'm seeing these names. It's just like, hold on a minute.
I just want to say hi to Tasha because I know Tasha is one of our subscribers as well.
Yeah, she is. She's lovely. She's a really good girl. Yeah.
On Instagram as well. So yeah, it's nice to see her, and it's nice to see people that you know, but it's also nice to see new people. And if people can benefit from what we're all doing, that's what we want to do. And I've always said that, Gemma, ever since day one when we come on.
Absolutely.
When we started YouTube, when I started YouTube on my, it was just me in my gym creating videos that were private for clients to train along to.
Yeah.
It was just about helping people, and it's grown and grown, but it's only grown in the way that we still help people. And you'll know through the Discord, we help people.
Absolutely.
Some of our subscribers come to one-to-one coaching sessions with us. So, if we can help people, we will. And if that means coming on a stream with you when you're feeling a little bit crappy from what happened yesterday, then that's what we're going to do. We're, like you say, we're family.
To see, the thing is, it's like I yesterday I really did struggle afterwards because I was like, I tried to do so well for everybody, and I was trying to be really happy. I was feeling really happy. I was like, you know what, woohoo! Everything's been going well. I wasn't triggered. Everything was having a really good day. And then as soon as situation starts kicking off, I'm like, oh, really? Come on. And then it just made me feel a bit bleh when I've been kind of a really high, good day. And then it was like, boom, I just crashed. And I'm like, oh, what? I don't want to do this again.
That can be quite a good learning point though, Gemma, because everyone has them. And I've had this conversation with a couple of people today. Like I've had a day today where I felt a bit crappy about certain things. And I spoke to a couple of people in the community, a couple of people in the Discord, and I've reassessed and I'm moving forward. And that's the thing about, it doesn't matter how positive you are, how hard you work, how much effort you put in, all that can never get rid of a bad day. You're always going to have bad days. It's how you move forward from that bad day and how you deal with it. If you talked about not going live, about not doing lives for a while and just concentrating on recording. Well, you've done the right thing. You've gone live. You've pushed past that.
I think it's the anxiety that was stopping me. So it's like I was nervous at how potentially if I went live today, like obviously I'm live now, but the thought of going live was scaring me. So I'm like, oh, is it going to happen again if I push that live button and it's someone to kick off again? Am I going to have to go, no, don't do that and lose myself? Or having you as the co-host and going, okay, Gemma, you know, balance it. It might not be as bad as you think, you know, try and be a bit more reasonable. And that's when I spoke to you in a Discord. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And now, because I have you here, I feel so much more safer and calmer, because I know if something does happen, I have someone to help me out, rather than thinking I'm going to go hit the panic button if I was on my own. So it gives me more of a security that way, because I don't feel as on edge if someone was to do that. So it's that I think that's just the panic going, oh, well, yesterday you didn't cope, Gemma. Like, you weren't going to a completely crappy mindset. And then today I'm like, no, get up, start again, be positive. And that's why I said to you in the Discord, I was like, okay, I might go live tonight. I've been happy. I'm feeling a bit more better. And here we are, we're live. So
strange watching it last night, because you were getting, you could see you were visibly getting a little bit frustrated with some of the stuff that was happening in the chat. But you've got a really good subscriber base here. And some of the people that were in last night were really good. And I mean, I'm going to mention her as well. My good lady wife Mel was one of them, who was, you know, trying to talk to you about your dress and distract you. But there was a good half a dozen. I think most people who were watching last night, if any of them are in the chat, let me know. They were clearly, they were clearly trying to ground you. They were trying to support you and show you that it wasn't as bad as you thought it was going. And if I could have reached in the screen and given you a hug and said, it's fine, Gemma, I would have done, because it really was. It was fine. There's always going to be people that try and be negative.
Exactly. This is the thing. Like you said, I have to learn to push past that insecurity and go, okay, that was one minor blip that really upset me. But at the same point, my brain doesn't process that it's a blip. It processes it as, oh no, I was having such a good stream, and then that one little thing is just gone boom, and I'm like, oh great, now my whole streams are going to start being rubbish. I'm going to start getting people being negative, and I don't want that. And I want people to feel good about themselves in my chat and celebrate with me, be part of my family. And for me, I felt really bad. I'm like, oh no, if they're going to come to my streams, they're going to think, oh, Gemma's just going to be negative again, because it is, you know, I just was panicking, I guess.
Yeah, that's all good. I don't know if you can see your chat, but you've just had a super sticker.
Oh wow, Space Cat. Oh my, wow. Space Cat, thank you very much for the super sticker. Wow, that's amazing. Wow. That's a lot of money. Thank you very much.
That's so generous.
That's very generous. Hey Rafael, how are we doing? Good to see you, buddy. I hope you're good. Hey Flower, good to see you. Jules, good to see you. How you doing? I think I missed some names in the chat.
I think we probably have, but you're probably fine. I can scroll back through.
Tasha's just said, no matter what we do in life, we're going to have haters, and you do know why. It's because they're not happy with themselves. Yeah, I know, Tasha. The thing is, because I'm the stream owner and I'm the content creator for my channel, it makes me look bad and feel bad, because if something happens that's on my channel, I have to step up to the mark and go, okay, I should have dealt with that quicker, rather than letting it happen to begin with. But on the hindsight, sometimes it's a learning curve for me to go, okay, Gemma, someone may not agree with you, or someone may not agree with someone else in the chat who they're not friends with, and they see them in my chat supporting me. I have to let it be, because it's their problem, not mine. So now I look back at it, I'm like, well, it was silly, Gemma, you got upset. What for? But now my brain that first didn't clock that, whereas now I'm sitting going, you got wound up over two people who were being stupid. Why the hell did I get so triggered? But now looking back at it, I'm like, that was so lame. It just took me this long to think about it.
I think people just need to be a little bit more respectful, and they can be. You know, a couple of people are going to ruin it, but people can be.
Hi, Medic. Hi, PCTV.
It's well known that we've had our issues with creators who we don't get on with anymore, and there's a group of creators who all don't get on with each other. And I've got subscribers, me and Mel have got subscribers who come into our chat who have got affiliations with all different people, and I've made it quite clear I'm not interested in who they're affiliated with, who they like, who they don't like. If they want to be in our chat and support us, that's fine. Outside of what they do with that, then they do their own thing, and that's how it should be. Because I'm not going to come into yours and start saying everybody I hate. I mean, Pizza Demon, God, he drives. No, he doesn't. I'm only joking.
Yeah, I know.
You know, if you come in the chat and start being,
hey, Pizza.
Sorry, can I swear on yours, Gemma?
Yeah, I'm over 18. I've got an over 18 channel, so
you start coming on and being shitty with people, then you know it looks bad on you more than anything else. Like
exactly. This is the thing. Like, people have come at me, saying that I shouldn't support certain people, or I should be careful who I associate with. And I'm like, well, hold on a minute. One, I'm not naive and dumb, so don't talk to me like I'm stupid. And two, if I want to associate with someone that you don't like, move on. I'm not to be made to feel like I'm stupid because I associate one person you've fallen out with. They're my friends. They've been good to me. They're not causing me problems. Why shouldn't I support them?
I had a big name within the fitness industry lined up for the podcast. I'm not going to say who he is because I'm not.
That girl, yeah.
But I sent him an email and said, do you fancy coming on? He was like, yeah. And then he found out that I'd got an affiliation with someone within his area that he didn't get on with. They said, oh, you've had this person on and I don't like them because this and this. And he wouldn't come on because of someone that I had interviewed before. And I just think, like, man, you got to move past that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. We're grown ups by the end of the day. Not everyone's going to get on with a certain person or a certain topic. And I know a lot of people find autism controversial. It is what it is. But it's my life. I can't change who I am, or I shouldn't have to, because I am autistic. That's the way it is. And some of the topics, yes, I talk about aren't great. Yes, I know I've triggered some people not intentionally the last 4 days, because I've been covering the autistic girl police case from Leeds, and that's still ongoing, and there's still a few updates I need to do for it. But people have said to me, oh, why would you cover that, Gemma? Why would you put that content out there? Because it's education based. It's about my opinion, reading the facts of the case and reacting to it to bring that awareness out there. And yet people have stand me for going, well, you shouldn't have talked about that. You don't know about it. I'm like, I do, because I live with the condition. I know what the girl was going through. I know her anxiety level. I know how she felt scared, the screaming, the self-harming. I've been there, done that. Yeah. I know that because I live with it, so I can speak on it. But yet people still say to me, oh, no, you shouldn't touch that. I'm like, huh?
I've never understood that mentality, though, because I know that a lot of people that, like, a lot of our community, a lot of our subscribers, the people that come in our lives, I know full well they're not going to go out and buy 40-kilo selectable dumbbells for Muscle Squad. But I did a review on them dumbbells and put it on my YouTube channel because that's part of my niche. And I didn't have any of my subscribers, oh, well, you shouldn't have done that. We're not going to buy them. Like, if they don't want to watch that video, that's
fine. They can click off, yeah.
They just don't watch it, but then come in the live, and that's what people did. And do you know what? There was people today, there was some of our community today who commented on that video. I know full well they're not going to buy it. They're probably not interested in it, but they watched it and took time to comment. And that's what sets these people apart.
Exactly. Like, the more you have family and more you have people who are loyal to you, and to me it helps, because even though I'm not 100% into fitness, I still find it fascinating what you talk about and the topics. I'm like, oh, hold on a minute, Gemma, just because you're not physically into doing weights or doing training or whatever, I'm still interested in how I can help myself. So it's the mental aspect. It's about eating better, sleeping better. I've learned to eat a lot more better. I'll start cooking myself more healthy meals. And just by you saying, okay, about trying this way of doing this, what about this way of doing it? I'm like, hold on a minute. Paul said this and this to me the other day. I'm like, so I've gone and done that and bought myself some healthy food, and I'm sleeping a lot better. And just them little changes that you've said and said, oh, what about if you try this? I'm like, oh, actually, that's worked. So it's the benefit of the information that goes out. So
I'll help and advise anyone. Like, anyone comes into Discord or comments on a video or whatever, I'll give them advice.
Hi, sunshine.
That's what we do. So what are you saying then, Gemma? You're not going to go buy the weights that we reviewed?
No, probably not. But I still found it fascinating. I was watching it. I find you extremely interesting, and not everyone's going to follow. Like, even with me, if I say to people, okay, go on the National Autistic Society and go and educate yourself and do the free course they offer. I know full well if I put that link out there, not everyone's going to go, oh, for God's sake, I'm not really interested in that course, Gemma. I don't really want to do it. I don't expect you guys to do that. I put it out there as a choice. I put it out there as information to go, hey, maybe you should check this out. I've done it. I've learned something from it. And I've got videos coming out on it that I've actually pre-recorded. But it's a choice. Again, I'm saying to you, maybe you should check it out. I'm not saying you should go and sign up right now and do it.
Space Cat said they need to eat healthier, so they know what they need to do. Get themselves in the Discord, come over to the Fitness Hutch, we can help you. I need to eat healthier. I'm on a proper I'm proper on it again this week, Gemma. I've got to get my arse into gear. I've got 2 mountains to climb in the next 8 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. We all need to do changes. It's like I've made little changes that you've said about, like, I've got into bed earlier. I've started eating better. I've been going out for walks during the day because I know I need to do a bit more exercise. So I'm like, okay, let's go for a 10-12 minute walk around the local park. I take my phone with me, my headphones, I plug into my music and I walk. And I feel good for that because during the day I can get out whilst the sun's shining. I feel better for it. I'm more motivated. I feel that I've got a bit of vitamin C in me. I'm like, okay, let's go. I can go out and feel good. Whereas before I didn't do that. I thought, what's the point of going for a walk? I'm by myself. I'm gonna look like a weirdo. But now I don't care. I'm just like, you know what? It's a walk. So what?
Yeah, I go walking on my own roads, and it releases them positive chemicals in the mind. I just want to say hello to Moody Mother. Amazing.
Hey, Moody.
Another one of our joint subscribers, one of mine and one of yours, but also in the Discord.
Hey, Buggy.
Always good to see Moody in.
Guys, if you want some advice and some really good friendships and some really, really good community members, go and hit the Fitness Hutch channel up. I have pinned it at the top of the chat. And also, if you want to drop your Discord into the chat as well, you want to come on over to the Discord, you'll be really, really supported. I'm one of the members in the Discord. There's many of us in there now, and we're a supportive family to each other. We help each other, and you'd really benefit from it. If you want to eat healthier, sleep better, just have someone to talk to, make friends with, there's quite a lot of us over there. So
you're not just a member, Gemma, you're a moderator.
Yes, I'm a moderator. Yes, I am. I'm a moderator. I forgot about that, but I'm part of with a big family. Like I don't count myself as special. I'm someone that's part of a group, and we help each other, and that's what I try to do here on my channel with a lot of people. I try my best to advocate the information that I've got, sharing my experiences, and some of the content isn't going to be for everybody. I get that, especially the police content. Some people liked it, some people haven't. It's understandable, but again, that's that awareness. I bring it so it's fresh and people can choose whether to watch it or not. So
I think as a grown-up, Gemma, you should be able to watch something you don't agree with and just move on.
Yeah, absolutely.
This whole thing, I've watched this and it's really annoyed me, so I'm going to go online and tell everyone how upset I am about what I've watched and this woman that's created it. It's bonkers.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely bonkers. It's like, to me, I don't get it. I'm like, by the end of the day, if you don't like some of my content, let me know about it and say why you don't like it. Then maybe I can, adjust it or do something that's more to your liking. But sometimes there is content that I put out. I have warned people recently about the police stuff. It may trigger you. You may not want to click on it or watch it because there is a lot of aggravation in the video. It's very sensory overpowering. The girl was screaming. There was issues of her self-harming and hitting herself and what have you. I did warn people. I said, look, if you're not going to be very strong about this, don't watch it. Because it triggered me. I watched the video about 5 times, and every time I watched it, I got more and more triggered. So it's like, I did warn people. So it's just, you have to be fairly strong about it, I guess.
But sometimes that's what you've got to do to get stuff out there, isn't it? Sometimes you've got to push through. Sometimes you've got to bring the difficult stuff. And there's a lot of people that do. We don't do that. We don't have that kind of thing. We keep it lighthearted. And there isn't really that kind of thing to push within the fitness industry, or, obviously we do the mental health stuff as well.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have just got to push through. And
exactly. This is the thing, though. If it wasn't for all of you guys in here right now, with you, Mel, everyone that's in my chat, I wouldn't be where I am. We all have to work together to support each other. And I know people say, Gemma, you're a bit too focused on the numbers or what have you. No, I'm not. I'm proud of where I've got to, because I never ever thought in my head or in reality that I'd get 1,000 subscribers, let alone the 5 that I've got. So it's kind of, I set my goal to hit that 1,000. That was my dream. I said to myself, if I did YouTube, I want to hit 1,000 subs. I'll be happy. Boom, would be good. I would be more than happy with that. And then my channel, I hit 1,000 within a year and a half of being on YouTube, and then it just jumped. I'm like, wow, I never thought I'd hit 1,000, then 1,500, and then it's just gone up. I'm like, that proves that there's a message to be put out there, because from a female perspective with autism, there was no one on here. When I joined YouTube, there was nothing. All the information that I looked at was children or young boys and young men. I was like, hold on. There's more men and boys stuff on here than there is females. Where is everybody? And that's why I found my niche. There hasn't been anyone in my age range that has been doing anything. So I've kind of found a spot for myself.
I went in both feet, Gemma, and YouTube was saturated with fitness and health. And I was like, you know what? I'll just take one of the. I might as well have done gaming. It was either gaming or fitness, two of the biggest niches on YouTube. And
oh yeah.
I thought, you know what? We'll go for fitness and see how we get on.
Hi, Stuart.
It's about finding a different niche. So just let me touch on this. Stuart Bates, I said he's one of my ex-army buddies. He would have, I said I'd mentioned it on Facebook, so I was on. He would have seen it on there and come over. He's a proper top guy, to be fair.
Okay. Stuart, if you type something, I'll give you a blue wrench. You're a friend of Paul's, you're a friend of mine. If you type something else in the chat, I'll make sure that you get a mod wrench so that no one can time you out or hide you, because some people have done that as well. That's another thing I'm going to quickly address. I've noticed recently on my channel, I've gone back into some previous live streams, people have been getting deleted. Please do not block or delete anybody without prior permission from me or one of my senior moderators or one of the channel managers like Paul and Mel or one of my channel managers. Do not delete anyone unless I say to channel managers to do that. I trust them because they have that reason to do that. But please do not delete anyone if you're not a channel mod, because it's getting me a lot of complaints. So just leave them to talk. If they're going to be idiots, they're going to be idiots by the end of the day. So that's why my channel managers have the power to do that. So Paul, Mel, there's Penny, and one more other person who I have as a channel mod who can do that. So just
hey, Thompson RC, nice to see you, man.
Thank you, Thompson. Hey, Thompson. Hey, Rick. Good evening to you. How you doing, Rick? Good to see you. Oh, there it goes. Stuart, let me...
I just want to go back to something Boogie said. So Boogie said, Gemma has many views I agree and disagree with, but we always try and be nice about it. And I think that's a really important point, because there's quite a few creators that I'm very good friends with, have a lot of time and respect for, talk about a certain couple. And I know we don't talk about it and you don't talk about these two people on your channel, but I don't have an opinion on this couple at all. I'm not interested in anything they say or do, and I don't get involved in any of it. But I don't get arsy with my friends because they're talking about that. Let them go and do their thing. Let them talk about this couple. I don't talk about royals. I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about religion or news, because one, I don't know enough about it, and two, I find it really freaking boring. But that doesn't stop. One of my, and everyone will know this, one of my biggest friends and one of my biggest allies within YouTube is Trevor Cult. Trevor's got many opinions about many things. And obviously he has his whole thing with the royals. I'm not going to, in that case, I'm not going to talk to him anymore because he talks about the royals. It's absolutely crazy.
Yes, it's crazy. Yeah, absolutely.
Difference of opinion.
That's like talking to Trevor. Me and him had a bit of a misunderstanding the other day. There was a situation that he used a word that I didn't particularly like, and it was kind of misled. He was like, "Oh, Gemma, oops," like, and I know, and I was like, I emailed. I said, "Trevor, please don't write." I said, "It's your freedom of speech on your channel." I said, "It wasn't at my channel. It would have been a bit different if it was on mine. But I respect your freedom of speech. I respect what you're saying." I said, that word doesn't really bother me now. It used to, but I said, at least it wasn't on my channel, I would have just blocked it. Like, I'm not, but on your channel it's different because it's your freedom of right to say what you want. I said that was used in a educational context, and I wasn't bothered by it. It didn't really matter.
Hey Bridge, nice to see you.
Hey Thompson, thank you so much for the super chat. It's just come up on my screen. YouTube's delayed.
Nice,
thank you so much for the super chat, Thompson. Much love. Thank you very much. I just saw it.
Rick, I did hear her say Rick, but I didn't see which Rick it was. I have now seen Rick in the chat.
Yes, he is. Rick is here in the chat. I did acknowledge him. Hey, Rick, if you're still in the house, I hope you're doing good. I know I was in your live stream the other day. You had a really good live stream. I think you had like 22 in one count, and I was in there the other day. So, hey, Vicky, I just saw you come in. How you doing? Good to see you.
I don't know when Rick's back on. And Rick's another one of my really good friends. I worked with him for a good few years in the prison service. So another proper top guy, genuine guy. And it's quite funny. We've got two people in that I've worked with. Both of them have got very different of opinions on different things, but they're still both my friends.
Yeah.
It's how it works.
Yeah, we're all different. By the end of the day, like, our niches are different. Mine is a niche that is very specific to me because it's something that I've built over time and I've adjusted to. Like when I first came onto YouTube, I was very naive about it. I didn't really understand what I was doing. I didn't really have much knowledge on computers or any of that kind of stuff. But I've built myself up. You know, I've taught myself to vlog properly. I've taught myself to get my scripts done. And I wouldn't 10, 12 years ago, would I even have dared tried doing something like this? No, probably not, because I was very, very insecure and very needy and very compulsive, whereas now I'm very independent. So YouTube's brought me out of my shell and it's actually helped me to communicate better. Whereas being myself back then, if I was still sitting here being the insecure person, I probably wouldn't have approached YouTube. But now it's opened the whole world up to me. So
I think that makes you a fantastic role model as well, Gemma, because you know that, I mean, obviously you know that I work with vulnerable teenagers.
yeah,
We often deal with teenagers coming through who have got undiagnosed autism or even not even undiagnosed. I've got a couple of young people, one that I work with still now who presents very much as a young autistic teen. Who's never had anything diagnosed, never lived the life where parents didn't want any kind of involvement with anything like that. And I think that knowing where you've come from and where you've, how much you've struggled to start with and built up and got to where you are, any young teens or even young adults that are watching you who are struggling through early, the early diagnosis or late, hang on, how do I word this? Late diagnosis, as in not getting diagnosed as a child, but early in that adult diagnosis.
Yeah.
And they're really, really struggling, and they turn you on and see how far you've come, gives them hope. And hope is such an important factor.
Exactly. It's the same with your channel as well, though, because if you think about it, the work that you've done with working with the youngsters, like you said, and you've worked in the prison service before, and I think having that experience of empathy, compassion, and also relating that to your YouTube, because it shows, that you are a caring person. You've had that experience of going from a professional establishment that's about rules and routine, and you have to abide by certain things, whereas now you're able to do things that you want to do because you're out of that framework. You're able to go, oh, okay, this is more about my life and I can share it with people. Whereas back working in a government organisation like the prison, it's you have to do as you're told, when you're told, and everything has to be above the books. Whereas on our YouTube channels, we can be more ourselves and show real life. Whereas a lot of people are scared to do that because they think, oh, why would you do that? Whereas your channel is very much your real life. So that, you've got the benefit of showing people the fitness and nutrition, and with Mel, the mental health side of things. So you both got the balance of the fitness and healthy eating, nutrition, and you with the prison service background, you've got the ability to share so many more different things than what I have. So that's what makes you unique to your channel, because you've got a lot more niches that you can cover on yours. I think
just knowing that you're helping people, and no matter what angle it's coming from, whether it's you helping people that are coming through, or even helping people like me. Like I'm an alpha male, I don't mind admitting it. I'm a big guy, and I lift weights, and I listen to rock music, and I've got tattoos and a skinhead. But I've worked a bit with young autistic. It's mainly with EBD and CSE that I work with. So emotional behavioural disorders or child sexual exploitation. So it's not so much with any of the learning difficulties. But I have had some run-ins. But then I didn't. There's loads that you've said, even on like when we've done lives together, all the stuff that I've watched where I've gone, God, I'm getting that now. I get that.
Hey, Boomhauer, Richard.
I see this with people we work with, or some of the young adults that we support in the community, or so just learning and helping people. So it's so powerful. And it's one of the things on our early podcast, one of the early recorded podcasts me and Mel did, one of the things we said about how to improve your mental health right now. One of the big things is do something for somebody else. Do something nice for someone.
Exactly. This is what I've said to people. I'm like, don't just take my word for a lot of things. Yes, I may have a lot of facts and things to offer you, but go and check out other fitness channels, go and check out other autism channels. There's other channels that I've been watching, that I've been sharing out, that offer such a unique insight to their world. I'm like, wow, it's not just about how I see things. There's others that I follow who there's a man from Scotland that I watch called Am I Neurodivergent. He's just got his 500 subs recently, and I've been helping him build up his channel. And he's another late diagnosed guy. He got diagnosed in his late 40s. He's now his late 40s. Wow. And he is so on the ball with it. He's like every week he uploads 2 or 3 videos, and I'm just like, wow, I didn't know that. Now I understand that. Now I have a bit more empathy for people and his experiences. I'm like, whoa, I didn't experience that, but now I do, because I know that's what it goes through with the denial, with the upset, you know, with the judgments in our own heads about things. And I'm like, wow, I didn't understand that, but now I do. Come from him, it sinks in. So there's a lot of people that are really, really good other autistic advocates out there. There is also a girl called I Am Autistic, What's Next? She's also from around Scotland, and she was a late diagnosed lady as well. So I follow her. So there's other YouTubers that do a lot of autism-based content, but they're more kind of, I guess, they're more cinematographer channels. But yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, my little boy's just come in. How long can I stay there for? We're live. But how long can I stay on for?
I'll make sure to stay on until 11 at night.
No worries, it's all good. Hey, that girl. Yeah, that girl. I do a lot for charities as well. This is the thing. Like last year, I don't know if you guys saw my community tab last year. I put up the National Autistic Society donation link. I said, if you feel led to, or if you'd like to support their work, because they don't have any government donation or government backing, they all rely on public donation. So I will be putting their link out again on my community tab today. And they are a great charity. They work with autistic adults, children, and families across the whole of the UK. They're a well-known charity. So please, if you do feel led that you want to help them out, go ahead and hit the link that I'll put up later. But yeah, they're a good charity. They've actually helped me online with a lot of meltdown stuff. And I've gone to their live chat and said, oh, I'm not having a really good day. Their advice has been really good. So they're a really good charity to hit up if you want to talk to someone.
All my work's charity. All the organisation I work for with the young people that we house, it's charity based. There's no money, there's no funding. Anything we want for them, we've got to try and get ourselves, and we have. We've had some good stuff come through, but you know, it's such a struggle for charities, because there's so many out there who are a bit shady. There is a lot of shady charities out there. When you've got real ones, and you work for a real charity and you tell people that, they think that they instantly think it's a shady charity.
Yeah.
Because that's the image that a lot of them give off, and it is hard. And especially when you're trying to work with like vulnerable teens, vulnerable young people, and you just want the best for them. You know?
Absolutely,
That's all I care about, is the best for my young people. I love the young people I work with.
Absolutely, no doubt.
I just want the best for them. I just want to pop back to Lord Jim Dandy asked if I ever lose my temper. Yes, I do lose my temper, and I think anyone who says they don't lose their temper, even if
lying.
It's behind shut doors, I think.
Again, I could say right now on a scale of 1 to 10, probably
people will lose their temper. It's about how you deal with that.
Yeah, I lose my temper probably on average every couple of days. It might be something so stupid that I look at now. I'm thinking, why the hell did I blow my top on it? But I'm not good with expressing my emotions. Due to my autism, I kind of build it up and build it up and build it up. And then my brain just goes, okay, you've had enough pressure. You've not dealt with this. You can't take no more. And bang, like today, I think yesterday and today, it built up so much in my head. I was just like, okay, I'm going to explode. I need to try and blah. And it's the first time I felt that bad for quite a while. But I've learned to, stop that and calm down. And whereas before I would take days to calm down, I'll be ranting and whereas today I'm like, no, Gemma, you're calm, you're good, you're fine, everything's good, you've done your chores, everything's woohoo, and get the stream prepped. And I was like, I'm good. So it's it does take a while to get there, but it happens sometimes. So
yeah, absolutely. And I think like I lose my temper. It tends to be a silly things, like I'm gaming and someone kills me when I'm gaming. Oh yeah, people on the road, man. I get terrible road rage, and I've been getting better at it. I've been working on it.
Hey, Big Ben.
It's one of the things that I work on in my mind. Is I'll shout and swear at someone if they cut me up, and I think, well, hang on a minute, like how is shouting and swearing at my van window going to fix the fact that someone just cut me up? Just take a deep breath and think past it. But
yeah.
Like if I'm building furniture, man, honestly, Mel goes out if I'm building furniture, because...
Yeah, I'm not very good when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like I usually let other people do the building furniture. Like I actually lost my temper earlier, and my stupid thing, I had a pizza in the oven. This is how lame this was. I knew I had a pizza in the oven. I'd set the timer for it, and I'd let the timer go off, and I kind of slightly forgot about it. And also, like, it's like smell this funny smell. I'm like, oh no! Ran into my kitchen, and it was just about getting a little bit burnt. I was like, Gemma, how the hell can you forget a 5-10 minute timer when you know that pizza was in that oven? You know it was being cooked in the oven, and it triggered me a little bit. I'm like, Gemma, you're so dumb. Like you forgot about a 10-minute pizza in the oven. Like I had to remind myself, like, next time check the pizza before you leave it in the oven too long.
I had a young person once I worked with. And he was a nice lad, but he would lose his temper really, really easy. And he rang up the office one day and he was screaming. And we'd never had any problems with him before. He was one of the most placid young people I'd ever worked with.
Yeah.
Rang up the office and he was screaming and crying, making a crash. It was, oh my God, what is going on? So we're on the 3rd floor and he's on the ground floor. So we ran down the stairs, got to his door, banging on his door. He opened it, head down. He was bright red. I was like, you okay? Like, yeah. Yeah, I was like, what is the matter? What had happened? He had taken a frozen pizza out the freezer, the box, left it in the plastic wrapping, gone and played his game. Forgot that it was in the plastic, but he hadn't put it in the oven. He just left it on the side in the plastic.
Yeah.
But because it had defrosted, it had gone from being hard to a bit.
It's defrosted. Yeah.
Couldn't get it out the wrapper because it was bending and flopping, and he absolutely melted down because of this pizza. It was bizarre. I honestly thought someone was murdering him.
It happens. Like that's kind of what happened to me today with regards to being in the oven. I was like, I could smell this smell. I knew that I'd set my timer to get it out, and then I was like, what the hell? And I ran to the kitchen, and then lucky my oven kind of turns off after a little while, and my oven had turned off. I was like, why is my oven not on? And then I opened the door, and it was like my pizza was really crispy. So I ripped off all the crispy bit around the edge. I was like, oh, I'll eat this bit. So I just had to pick the bits around it and eat it. But yeah, it's kind of completely forgotten. So it was.
I like the burnt bits. It reminds me of my mum's cooking.
I'm getting a little better with cooking. I used to burn a lot of stuff. Like I would burn the most simplest of things, like French fries, or I would. Like I remember one time I cooked some eggs recently, and I had them in my pan, and also I could smell this like eggy smell. I was like, oh no, please don't say I burnt some eggs. What the hell? And then I looked at my saucepan. I was like, Gemma, what are you thinking? I'm like, yeah, I don't tend to look at time too quick.
Before I met Mel, I was terrible. I couldn't cook anything. She just said there, before you met me, you could burn water. And honestly, I was.
Oh yeah, been there, done that too.
I used to think the hotter the oven was, the quicker the food cooked. So I just stick everything on 250 and put it in the oven, and it'd be burnt.
Oh yeah, done that too multiple times.
Cold on the inside, burnt on the outside.
Oh yeah, I've done that multiple times. You know, it's just how people, I guess, how you process things, and you know, I hope that people understand that it's about helping people and kind of having fun as well. And like I said, I have put your guys' link at the top of the chat. Guys, if you haven't subbed over to the Fitness Hutch channel, please do so. They are an amazing couple. They will help you. They will guide you in the right direction. They talk about a lot of different issues, fitness, nutrition, mental health. They just have general chats as well on their channel. They've got a lot of good people over there who support each other. So if you want to go over there and hit their channel up, and you'll really enjoy it. I do. I've been over there today, and there's some more comments, and still got some few more videos left to watch, but I'm getting there.
Yeah. Thank you, Tasha. I saw that.
Yeah, Sherry, you can ask a question. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. I love questions.
Pizza Demon, why did you delete that comment? That was innocent. She was just saying because she asked a question, you deleted the question.
There was someone being quite mean to me, Gemma. I think that's why they hit it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Ignore me.
I don't know if that was what Pizza Demon, but it was someone saying just idiots, just morons who haven't got the bottle to come and fight me in a gym. I keep offering trolls to come and have a roll
Yes, you
around
do. Yeah, this is funny to me. I don't understand why they come for you. That's another thing that I have said in the stream. Don't come for my friends who are on my panels. It's really not fair because they don't do anything wrong to you. If you've got a problem with me, fair enough, come and square it out, contact me, but don't go after my co-hosts or my friends on my panel. It's
And
not
what I will
it's not their
say,
fault, so
what I will say is, don't come after Gemma. Come after me. Come after me. Yeah, and I'll give you an address. And you can go a couple of rounds in the ring, and we'll see who throws up first. Anyway, let's not give them the power, Gemma.
no, I'm not giving them power, not at all. Sherry, your question, where is it? How old was you? Okay, so Sherry, obviously you don't know very much about me. I was 25 when I was diagnosed back in 2014. That was a long time ago. It took, start to finish, it took 2.5 years. I had to go down the mental health assessment because I started self-harming, and then I also got diagnosed with anxiety the year before that. So I've got anxiety, or severe clinical anxiety disorder, and autism. So yeah, I got 2 diagnoses within a year of each other pretty much. And now I've also been told that I'm hypermobile, or they call it hypertonic, which basically means that my body is more flexible than it should be for someone my age, and I'm prone to dislocations and breaking bones and all that fun stuff. So yay! But apparently I've had that since I was little and didn't know until I recently read my medical notes. So yeah, I just found out I had an extra diagnosis I knew nothing about. So that was fun. That was good. Thank you, Puncture the Narrative. It's good to see you in the chat. I hope you're well. But my channel's very diverse. I try and open it up to, about my life. Like my poetry is on there as well. A lot of you guys ask about the poetry, and I'm bringing it back on the channel. There is some poems that I am going to be uploading. I wrote a poem yesterday, actually, about my meltdowns and kind of the triggers that go on in my head. So that will be uploaded the next couple of days. I want to try and get that out there. I've also got a video coming out about the psychological conditions that are linked with autism, so things like ADHD, OCD. There's going to be some more videos coming out on the psychological side of it. And also I've got an interview coming up with my local MP. I'm actually meeting him on September the 15th and filming the meeting that I'm going to with him, and we're going to have an interview as part of that meeting, and it's going to be recorded and put up on the channel, so that's coming up. And I've also got an autistic singer who's a Freddie Mercury tribute, who's going to be coming on the channel in about 3-4 weeks time, and I'm doing that live. And his name's called Kona Lee. Kona Lee is based in Leeds. He come to Suffolk a few times a year, and I actually did his photos. I'll show you the actual guy, what he looks like. I took his picture during the weekend. Let me get the picture. Yeah, so this guy here on my phone is a autistic Freddie Mercury tribute act, and he's going to be appearing on my channel in about 4 or 5 weeks. And we're going to talk all things neurodivergency, music, and his journey through becoming a musician. So he's going to be appearing on the channel pretty soon. So I'm excited about having him on the channel. And also my Elvis tribute friend is going to be making a reappearance on the channel in the next 6 weeks. I'm going to have him booked in to talk about the history of why he's in the entertainment side of things. So he's going to be coming back on and showing the up-to-date Elvis outfits and stuff. So he's going to be coming back on. So I've got a few upcoming things I'm excited about, which is the September the 15th meeting, guys, is the most massive opportunity I've had for a long time. I got an email last week, the end of last week. I received this email after I'd streamed, and at first I thought this email was a scam. I kind of laughed at it. I was like, haha, yeah, right. As if somebody wants me to go to a meeting with politicians. Haha, very funny. And kind of didn't acknowledge it. And I was like, okay, I'll just read it. And I read it. And then I actually phoned the company because they left me a phone number to get hold of them. And it turns out the email was truthful. And the people who are working with my local MP are part of his office. They're part of his what they call disability awareness section, and they've basically asked me to be this key spokesperson for a meeting between autism, learning disabilities, and I'm going to be one of the main speakers there for this meeting. And I've been personally recommended to attend, and I've got to dress up in a dress or shirt and tie, what have you. It's going to be a professional meeting, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, I was actually thinking it was a scam, and then it turns out I rang them and it isn't. So I've got a massive opportunity. And I've also got another meeting in October where I'm going to be meeting some counsellors and people from the job centre and talking about making adjustments for people with autism and mental health issues with regards to employment, because my experiences have been beyond disastrous. So I'm going to be meeting up with them and hopefully getting through to DWP to make their attitude a little bit better, because let's face it, their attitude sucks. So I've got someone I'm talking to there in October about that. So there's going to be some really good content coming out. I'm actually really excited about the future of my channel up to Christmas. It's going to be some really good content. I've got some Halloween videos coming out as well. I'm going to dress all my flat up in Halloween decorations. I'm going to do some Halloween creepy videos. So that should be quite interesting. So that should be, yeah, so I've got quite a lot of good content to come. I'm really excited about it for the channel. So it's going to be good.
Yeah, it sounds really good, Gemma. It sounds like you've got loads of really good plans.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to focus on. And it's really good to see you talking about all the positive stuff. And I talk about this loads when we're talking about the positivity, about measuring forwards, aiming forwards and measuring backwards. So looking forward to where you're going and seeing how far you've come. And this is a much better way of processing things and of doing things, rather than the concentrating on all the crap that keeps going on. And I got a bit distracted for a second there, because in the duration that we've been on here, I've managed to acquire myself a troll who is now commenting on some of my videos.
People are so lame. This is ridiculous.
Trying to turn me against another creator to try and get me to go fight their battles for them, which obviously I'm not going to do. And I'll just...
No, this is the thing, guys. I've mentioned this before in my chats. If you've got a problem...
I don't know if you come from here, Gemma. It's not someone... I don't know if it's anyone from here. It's just...
I hope not.
And it's trying to aim it at someone.
If you don't like somebody, I'm going to say this right now, don't go and attack Paul and Mel's channel. They're absolutely amazing, incredible people. Don't go to their channel and troll them. I'm asking you nicely as a friend. If you care about me or any of my friends in here, leave them alone. Don't go to their channel. Come to my channel and troll the hell out of me. I don't care. I've had trolls. I deal with it. I don't care.
Let them come and troll me.
I really don't care.
All I'll do is I'll look at the comments. I see this person, whoever it is, joined YouTube an hour ago. So I'll just block them and move on at the end of the day, right? So you've just said about all this great stuff you've coming up, Gemma. It's amazing, all the stuff you've got planned, and we're the same. We're
Jenna.
We're the right side of 1,600 subscribers. We're aiming for 2,000 before the end of the year.
That's more than doable. That's more than doable. We can get the Fitness Hutch there, guys, can't we? We can get them their 1,600. That should be no problem for us to get that. That's easy. That's an easy target.
Functioning
now, if my confidence is growing a lot, because I'm around the right people I need to be around, and the thing is, I've took my mental health more seriously as well. And the fact that a lot of you don't know, a lot of the new people won't know that I'm medicated for my anxiety. I've been medicated now for 6.5 years, but you guys don't see that because I've got so good at hiding my anxiety for a lot. When I stream, I don't tend to look like I'm stressed out, but in my head, I'm panicking. I'm like, oh, if I muck this stream up, everyone's going to laugh at me. And but on the outside, you don't see that, because you see the happy woohoo person who's happy, but in my head, it's the alarm bells. It's like, oh, you made an idiot of yourself. So it's kind of, I get the negative thoughts in my head, whereas the outside, you don't see that. So I tend to push it into the back of my head and go, no, not now. So it's kind of, I tend to ignore it. But yeah, Vicky, I don't acknowledge them. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to acknowledge them. And, I tend to just block and delete, or at least they're going to be stupid in my chat. They can say something stupid, and my mods will block them for me. So I don't really give them much airtime at all. But, my confidence is growing because of Paul and Mel, Trevor. There's a lot of you guys who are new to me that don't know about my backstory or why I came onto YouTube. My channel is there for everybody. I've got over 1,500 videos uploaded right now on my channel in the whole 9 years I've been on here. It's 10 years in January. That's nuts.
A lot of it's just jealousy anyway, Jeremy, we've had, obviously I've had the...
Hey, Bandit.
I've had the podcast with Paul Mort, who's quite a big name within the circles I'm in. And now I've got, I've actually got a date now. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. It's a Wednesday in 2 weeks, whatever that is, for me to meet with Callum Johnson, the former British and Commonwealth light heavyweight boxing champion. He lives in the town that I live in. And I've finally plucked up the courage to ask him if he'll come on. Like, excuse me, Mr. Johnson, please will you come on my podcast? And he was
it'll be the that'll be Bank Holiday Wednesday, the 30th. It'll be the end of August.
Yes, it is. It's the last.
Yeah, it's the bank holiday. Yeah.
What, a Wednesday?
It's a bank holiday, I think.
Oh, on the Monday.
Yeah. So it'll be the bank holiday week. That'll be.
Yeah. So I'm interviewing. We're not doing it live. I didn't ask him to do live, to be fair. He's just going to come round and we're going to record, pretty much like me and used to do. And we're going to record, and then I'll edit it and upload it. And
Sophie,
that these other, whether it's other creators or just other people, and it's just jealousy.
It is. This is the thing. Like, we need to be working together about it. This is what I've said to people: that get to know people, make friends with the ones that you can trust, and surround yourself in a small circle. Because my circle is very small. I only contact certain people, like Mel, Paul, and there's maybe 3 or 4 others that I speak to on a weekly, daily basis. I keep my circle very, very small on YouTube that I communicate with. And yet people say, but Gemma, you've got all these subscribers. I'm like, yeah, but I talked about maybe 6, 7 maximum, but I talk about 5 that I'm weekly with every week that I can count my hands. So it's about being very careful who you trust, because not everyone has a good intention. So I keep it very small when it comes to talking to people.
Great to see Sophie Nolan and Foxtrot Alpha in the chat, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Another 2. I'm assuming they subscribed to you already, Gemma, but they're 2 of our subscribers as well. Two regular watchers of our podcast, and they're both in the.
Hey, Alpha. Good to see you, Foxtrot. Yeah, I think a lot of your subscribers are here. Like you said, there's Sophie, Tasha's here. You've got Rick. There's a few others that are.
We love Moody.
Moody Mother. There's a lot of people who. Jenna, I've learned that the hard way. You know, in the past, I've kind of opened my heart to everybody, and that's kind of been my detriment, I guess, because of my autism. I assume that everyone's a good person, and then obviously I've learned, no, Gemma, not really. And now I've learned to be a bit more selective and careful. But like Paul said to me, it's about making sure you're careful and, you know, not put myself in a predicament where I can't get out of it. So I'm more aware of what to do rather than just dropping myself to everyone going, yeah, I'll do this. I'm thinking, actually, I probably should have said no. So I'm a bit more careful with saying yes to things now, because I know, that might not be a good idea. So yeah, I'm more aware of it now. So.
And I think the thing is, Gemma, I know one of the reasons that you wanted
Vicky
to come on tonight was just in case it got a bit carried away again, and you wanted a little bit like just someone there for you, a bit of support, and I'm always happy to do that. But a minute ago, you got yourself on a full tangent about everything to do with your channel. You don't need anyone else here. You are amazing live. You don't need a second person, and I will always come on for you, and I'll come and sit here quiet while you talk if it makes you feel better. But
that would make me feel a lot better. Yeah, I think part of it is part of my anxiety issues. I think because when I get in my head and I start thinking the negative thoughts are in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going to muck this up, or I'm going to say something stupid, or someone's going to think, oh, Gemma, you shouldn't probably said that. You know, you probably shouldn't have undermined someone. I'm like, and that spins my head, and I'm like, oh, if I go live and I say something stupid, then I shouldn't have probably said it. But in hindsight, I am very careful what I say, because I want to make sure that I don't offend someone or cause issues. Like yesterday, I was trying to be balanced to everybody and be careful not getting myself involved in the situation. But at the same time, it's hard, because it's like, well, hold on a minute, you guys should have behaved in my chat, and then it's awkward for me, so I had to try and discipline them. And I'm like, why did I do that? Why should I have to do that? It's not right for me to have to face that. But at the same time, now I'm like, that was so stupid. So now I'm able to figure it out. So
people should have more respect, Gemma. And if people haven't got enough respect, and I see people saying, oh, we support you, Gemma, we support you, and then they're being disrespectful by misbehaving in your chat. And I think that's disgusting. And the reason that we spoke about this today is because I was pretty close to telling someone about themselves last night in your chat, but I had the respect for you not to have problems in your chat, and to speak to you afterwards and say, you know, this is what happened. This is how I felt. I apologize. I could have probably said something, but I didn't want to cause more trouble than I needed to. And as it was,
you have the right to say that. You know, you could have said something. I would have been more than happy for you to raise the issue. It's the fact you had respect for me and you didn't, which is nice. But at the same point, I don't want to limit people's free speech. If someone has an issue with someone in the chat, I'd rather they come to me and say, oh, do you mind if I say something? I would have been like, yeah, sure, you know, you need to say something, say it. I'm not against people having their say, but at the same time, is that person going to learn? Probably not.
No, and I think it can be difficult because, like, we know each other now, and we're community, we're family. But 6 months ago, we didn't know each other. Where there might be people in your chat who you've known for 2 years who say stuff, and I misconstrue it. So as a moderator,
I do it too. Oh yeah,
I come and go. Oh, you can't say this. When I start having a go at them, and then it makes everyone feel awkward. And there was plenty of people there last night to be able to do that. And do you know what? These people have been around however long. They can just keep walking, stay away from our screens, take their drama and their shit somewhere else.
Yeah, they can,
we don't
they
need
can go bye-bye. Yep.
As our boy Ricky, as our boy Tricky Ricky
Tricky
says, we're going to the moon.
Oh yeah, I actually spoke to Adam behind the scenes the other day. Tricky, he made me laugh. I went onto his panel the other day, and he was a bit bevied and whatever else, but it was so hilarious. I went onto his panel. He said, "Oh, I need a female on here. I need a cute female on here." And I was in his chat. He goes, "Gemma, I'm going to link you right now." He goes, "Get up here." I'm like, "It's 2 a.m. I'm going to bed. I've been up like all day, all night. I'm going to go to bed." He's like, "No, you're not." He goes, "Get up here." I'm like, "Fine." Ended up being on there for an hour and a half talking to him.
We was on that stream a couple of hours before. We was on the stream early, and so was one of ours. Linda was on there as well.
Yeah.
She'd been on, and that actually gave us the idea. I think maybe tomorrow night, if we can iron out the details, me and Mel thinking about doing an open panel like that.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, of course. Definitely. I think you should definitely go for that. I think it'd be really fun.
It could be carnage. You've not met some of my old army friends. I'm just going to...
I think it'd be fun because this is the thing. People will see the different side of you. They'll see the relaxed Paul. They'll see the Paul that is enjoying himself. They'll see the person that's in their own home relaxing. They won't see the fitness Paul. They'll see the Paul that's chilled. And like with me, when I stream, I guess I turn into a different person. I'm kind of more the relaxed Gemma. I have my guard down. I don't necessarily think, oh, I've got to have a topic all the time. I can just go live and say, "Hey, I want to chat. How are you?" And the chat usually brings a discussion to me. So
he's here now. Tricky's in. He's been listening. Is that Tricky Ricky?
Is it Tricky Ricky time? Hey, Tricky, how's it going, Adam? Good to see you. I hope you're well. I know I've been talking with you. Oi, Tricky. Good to see you, bro.
We've officially booked Snowdon, Tricky, for 4 weeks before me and you do Nevis. We have Snowdon booked. The accommodation is booked.
Thank you, Tricky.
The kids are farmed out for the weekend. The dog's going in the kennels. We're going up that mountain in training, ready for Ben Nevis.
Good night, Sherry. Thanks a lot for coming in. Yeah, it's so good to see Tricky in the house. I wasn't sure if he'd come in today, but it's good to see you, Tricky. I appreciate you coming in and the lovely message you sent me. You're very, very sweet. Very, very sweet guy. Very, very nice guy. Tricky, you come up if you want and come talk to me in the fitness hutch. If you want to come up, I can put the panel link down in the chat if you want to come in for a little while and say hello.
What a man.
He's so hilariously funny. Like when I was on his panel the other day, he's like, "I need a cute girl to come up on my panel." I was like, "You've already had a cute girl up here." He had the Scottish woman on there. He goes, "Gemma, get up here." I was like, "No," it's the first time. He's like, "Gemma, get up here." I was like, "Fine." And ended up being on his panel for like an hour and a half. So it was mega, mega funny.
And now Fortune Cookie's in as well. Annabelle.
Hey, Annabelle. Good to see you. How you doing, Annabelle? Good night, Belinda. Sleep well. I hope you have a good night. Take care. Annabelle's a really good support. She's been in my streams a few times now. She's a good person. Oh, Annabelle, thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much, Annabelle. Much love, Annabelle.
I'm just going to hang around for about another 10 minutes, Gemma. It's getting...
Okay.
I've been at work today.
No worries, Tricky. I can wait for you. That's fine.
I'm going to, I'll hang around for another 10 minutes or so. So if anyone in the chat's got any questions or anything they want to ask me.
Yeah, if you want to ask some questions to the Fitness Hutch, guys, go ahead. I'm going to let the chat ask some questions. I'm sure there's some people who may have some questions on there in the chat to ask, I should imagine.
Nothing too difficult, though.
Yeah, nothing too personal or difficult. Keep it in the sensible boundaries.
Semi-sensible. Semi-sensible.
Yes, semi-sensible, nothing too personal. guys. Because I don't want people. Mel's put a question in the chat. She says, "What is the theory of relativity?" Oh gosh, now you're getting me thinking.
I do have an answer for the theory of relativity. So
then go ahead.
Relatively, every time someone comes up with an idea, it's almost part of the theory of something. I don't fucking know.
Annabelle says her daughter's on the spectrum and she's trying to get her to interact. Annabelle, I'm actually going to do a video about that, because there is different ways you could get your daughter to interact. There could be ways like you could use text to speech. There's Makaton. There's also what we call PEX cards. It's also known as the picture education communication system. Blah 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 blah. Government name, what have you. But they are little like comic book cards, and you can basically put them onto a key ring, and she can use them to communicate, as well as the Makaton on a computer, or you can actually buy Makaton cards that are produced by a lot of different charities and things, and you can get them on places like Amazon and eBay, sell them as well.
Punch the Narrative's got a question.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is yet. They've just put, I've got a question. Okay.
Punch the Narrative, go ahead. What's your question? Put it in the chat for me, so then I can read it, and then we can let Paul and Mel answer it, which is in the chat.
Jules C wants to know if I'm married. Yes, I am married.
Yes, his lovely, adorable wife is in the chat. The fittest Hutch is in the chat. His beautiful wife Mel is in the chat.
If she said she likes tattoos, so we'll just.
Whoop. Absolutely, tattoos are all good. It's an individual body style. Absolutely.
And Annabelle says that her legs are still hurting. She doesn't know why, but she thinks it could be something to do with the kettlebell workout that we did.
Lord Jim Danny says, Paul, what's your current subscriber count?
1,623.
Oh, here we go. Puncture the Narrative. Paul, hey, after 30 plus years, tips on how to quit smoking.
Yeah, I will. Just 1 second. Just let me get back to Sophie. How do I get a food planner for my computer? I'll have a look, Sophie. We've got the food planner for the app. I did a video on it the other day for the app. But if you need one for your computer, I'll have a look and get back to you, and I'll drop you an email. I've got Sophie's email.
Okay.
Tips on giving up smoking. So the way I see it is, Mel sat the other side of the computer. It's made a decision that you want to do it. There's patches, there's things you can hang on to, but that's hanging on to smoking, that's hanging on to the nicotine. When I give up smoking, I did give up smoking after about 25 years of smoking. I just stopped. No patches, no anything. So first you've got to tell yourself that you want to do it. You've got to ask yourself the question, where do you want to be? So this is what we do for all our goal setting. You have to think about smart planning it. I would always say, for anything like that, where do you want to be in 10 years? You want to be smoke free. Okay, what are you willing to do to achieve that? You've always got to ask yourself what you're willing to do, because it's not going to be easy giving up smoking, but are you willing to go through the cravings? Are you willing to go through the difficult phases to achieve that? So my ultimate tip would be, you've just got to make that decision and go ahead and do it, and have the willpower to stick to it.
Yeah, Peter Demon has a question. He says, what regiment did you serve in?
I served in the Queen's Royal Lancers, Royal Armoured Corps Regiment.
Nice.
Tank Gunner, Lance Corporal 25090762.
Wow, you know it off by heart. That's amazing. Wow, nice.
Any soldier or veteran who doesn't know their army number is not a real veteran. If you ask a veteran his army number and he doesn't say it, they never served, because it's impossible to forget it.
My granddad always tells me, I go to visit him in the care home, he always tells me his soldier number, and he's like, Mr. John Allen Alexander Grace, and he'll rattle off. And I'm like, how do you remember that still? You're nearly 94 years old. He's like, you never forget your number, Gemma. I'm like, okay.
Because you might recite it while you're in 3, 4, 5 times a day, and it's just that thing you just never forget. It's like never forgetting how to spell your name. It's the same thing.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So that's one thing I never knew about the veterans, like when they remember their service number. And my granddad can still tell stories like he's still in the service, and he's like, well, back in my day I did this. I'm like, how do you remember all that? He goes, you never forget what you did, Gemma. I'm like, okay. So for me, it's like kind of amazing to hear his stories, because he still speaks like he's in the service. You know, he's not, but he still recites it like it's current. I'm like, wow, it's fascinating.
Yeah. So the cold turkey thing, just to punch the narrative, said what did experience going through it. So people experience all different types of things, and it can be, I would say, with giving up smoking, it's that feeling, it's almost an anxiety feeling, and it's that feeling of you're not doing something, because you get into the routine of, and you probably will have, some people have a routine of lighting up a cigarette when they have a coffee, cigarette first thing in the morning, and it's that feeling of missing something, feeling of not fulfilling something. So you get that. I got quite angry. I ate a lot of food, because you tend to overcompensate for something else. But the side effects, the cold turkey side effects for the addiction of nicotine is nowhere near as bad as it is for like major addictions. But they do say that the actual addiction, not the side effects and not how bad it is, but the actual addiction is harder to break than an opioid addiction. Just because
I can imagine that
the addiction to nicotine can be. So it is very hard. I'm not going to lie, it is hard, but it's hard to lose weight. It's hard to not eat chocolate. It's hard to do anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Of course, it's like you said, chocolate is an addiction. It's like for me, I'm very regular. I eat too much chocolate, and I shouldn't be, but it's that treat. It's that temptation. You know, you've got it in the house, or you know that it's in the shop. You walk past it, and it's like, oh. But to be fair to myself, I have cut back on it a lot. I don't eat as much as I used to. Like I could eat before easily 4, 5. I mean, the big share bars. I could eat 3 of them a day, whereas now I have like 2 of the little small bars a day. Like I could eat the share bars easy to myself, whereas now I can't even do that. So I've kind of cut back on that. But it's still, I've got chocolate in my cupboard and go, ooh, I'm feeling a bit peckish. I'll go for the chocolate.
Me and Mel were talking about it the other day, the amount we used to eat. I mean, before we had kids and before I really started getting into fitness, we would eat so much. Our portions would be so big, and we would bash through the big bar of chocolate each in an evening, and it was quite bad, really. I'm just looking at Scully, House of Thrillers, has said that she loves my accent, and I'd like to know.
He's a he, yeah.
Do we know where he's from?
Yes, he's from the States. I believe he's from.
I
think he's from Minnesota or somewhere. He reads his own book. He does live streams on his channel reading his own book. He's really, really funny. I've known Scully for about 6 years.
I subscribed to him through you.
Yeah, Scully's a really, really nice guy. I've known him a long time. He's been one of my original mods. He's been with me years. He's a really good guy.
I am subscribed through you, and I think I've had a couple of conversations.
Oh, he's from Mississippi, not Minnesota. My bad. He's from Mississippi.
I can't even pinpoint my acumen, my accent. I couldn't even tell you where it's from.
Yeah. Oops, I didn't even realise. Sorry, guys. Did I just disconnect for a second? Because my Zoom's just come up saying meeting reconnected. So I don't know if my Zoom broke off for some reason.
I think it did. I think it dropped out and come back.
Oops, sorry guys, I'm back. Oops. It just told me on my notification site, it just says reconnected to YouTube. Oops, sorry guys. Didn't realise that.
Right, Gemma, I think I am gonna
head off. Thank you so much for being with me. I really appreciate you. You made me feel a lot better.
Yeah, no, look, anytime. Well, I'm not going to say anytime because
obviously I know that.
Anytime I am free.
Yes.
I normally need a little bit of notice, but to be fair, Tuesday nights are pretty steady for us after we've done the gymnastics stuff and that. So, but yeah, and anytime you need anything, Gemma, even if you just want to have a chat in the Discord and forget the 22 people that are watching, let's just talk about the Discord.
Absolutely.
Anytime you want to have a chat in the Discord or talk to me and Mel, just give us a shout. And
we'll do. Absolutely. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Mel. Come and say hey. I don't mind.
I'm going to say bye to everyone. So, Scully,
Bye, Paul.
oh,
Happy to have you on.
she's a bit like you. Come on, then. Come and join in here.
Come and say hello, Mel. I would love to see you before you shoot off.
Is there room on this chair?
Hello, beautiful woman. Hello. How you doing, honey?
Love Harry's car.
No.
This is Mel. This is Paul's wife, everybody. Everyone was asking earlier if Paul was married. This is his beautiful wife, the fittest touch, one of my senior moderators in my chat. So, yes, they are married. They are a husband and wife team. They're incredible, and they have a lot more knowledge to offer than what I've got. But, yeah, they are around on Discord. So
we have different knowledge.
Sophie says, I've lost sound, have I? I hope not.
Mel's come on, they've muted her.
Guys, can you hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, or 2 if you can't, because Sophie just said, Gemma, you've lost sound.
Hey, Bonnie, good to see you.
Can anyone hear me? Put a 1 if you can, or 2 if you can't, because there's a couple of people that said that I've lost sound. So, hey, let's go. Good to see you, Jenna, Tasha.
Don't know.
There's 2 people just said you've lost sound, so I'm trying to make sure that I haven't. But no. Can anyone hear me? Tasha says I'm fine. Okay, thank you, Tasha. I appreciate that. You might have to refresh your channel, guys, if you've lost sound, because people say that I'm fine. So
I'm getting pushed out a little bit here, aren't I? Oh, are you going?
No, of course you're not. You're always both welcome on my channel.
Bye.
Bye.
I was saying she was pushing me out off the chair.
No worries, but I appreciate you coming on, Paul. I know you have to zip off, so.
No, it's all good. And you know what? If we can support each other, that's what we should be doing. And you guys have supported me so much, you know, yourself and the other creators that we're in with.
Yeah.
I'm fairly new to this. I've only been doing this for like 6 months. But I've had so much support and so much love. And when we're trying to promote the positivity, I think it's really important that it works both ways, you know?
Absolutely, 100%. Guys, again, I am going to push the Fitness Hutch channel. It is pinned to the top of this live stream chat. You want to go over and subscribe, please. It really means a lot to me. Go leave some organic, genuine comments. Don't be a troll. Don't be a douche. Go over there and subscribe properly and do it the proper way, because I will know if you haven't. I will check. So please go over and be nice. And it really mean a lot to me if you would do that for me. So
thank you, Gemma. Thank you for having me on tonight. And thank you.
You're welcome anytime.
I just want to thank, and not just the people that are live, anyone that might be watching this on catch up. I just want to thank everyone that's supporting Gemma, because it means so much. You know, you're such an amazing person. Your channel is so special, and it's so invigorating to meet somebody like you. And I really don't want to see these people that are giving you all the shit, which is why I'm happy to be here. You know, we want to build each other up. We want to be doing the positive thing. And every day we shouldn't be finishing these streams. Like you said to me earlier, I felt really shit when I finished my stream last night. We should be finishing these streams up on a high.
Yeah, absolutely.
Down on a low.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm hoping that's what you'll finish your stream on tonight. And I think
I'm going to definitely be on a high. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
If you do, then we've achieved our goal, and that's all I can.
Woohoo! Yep.
So
we're doing awesome things, people. We really are.
I am going to shoot off.
Okay, Paul. Much love. Thank you so much for being on with me. I appreciate
Take care. Massive congratulations on your 5-2. Your next stop is 5-5.
I know.
Let's get out there and choose life.
You do. You too. So that was Paul from the Fitness Hutch, guys. If you want to come on, I will put the link in the chat. If you guys want to come on, Penny, or anyone that wants to come on, Tasha, or anyone, Scully, if you want to come on, I will put the link in the chat. I'm going to be on for another maybe half hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to click the link, and I'm going to put it in the chat, and I'm going to pin it to the top of my chat. So if you want to come on, I will do this. I will replace the pinned message. There we go, guys. If you want to come on, the link's in the chat. I've pinned it to the top of the live stream if you want to come on. Thank you, Sophie. Guys, if you want to come on, the link's pinned at the top. I have literally just pinned the link. If you want to come on up, say hello. I've got a few more minutes that I'm willing to spare, and I really appreciate Paul and Mel for coming on. Much love to the Fitness Hutch channel. Amazing guys, amazing people. I really appreciate them giving up their time to spend with me. And, you know, it means a lot to me to have someone looking after me. You know, it's really good to have people who have my back. And thank you, Jules. I appreciate you, Annabelle, again for the donation. Thank you, Annabelle. Thank you so much for the lovely donation. I really appreciate that. Okay, Tasha. Okay, Penny, no worries. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry, Penny. I have no idea. Okay, Rick, take care, my friend. Have a good night. I appreciate you. But yeah, Annabelle, thank you so much for the donations and stuff. In that case, guys, I'm gonna say good night. If no one wants to come on, I'm gonna remove that because I don't want certain people to click it. And yeah, no, I'm not willing to risk my channel. So yeah, it's good. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna say good night then. Much love, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.